All right, we are live. We are live. We did this impromptu. We were planning this, recording this, but you know what? We was like, we both, have the opportunity to go live. Let's do it. The group stages are over. We promised the people, man. People have been showing us so much love, like in the streets. Like we got to feel
That's
it in
right.
the streets where people like, yo, I know you from somewhere.
That's right. That's right. No, definitely a lot of love from supporters of the show. Appreciate that. First round is over, man. I'm ready to dive right into it.
Yeah, let's go, man. So what were your initial thoughts on this first rounds in general? Like, what are your kind of like overall feel?
Yeah, there's a couple of big storylines that kind of jump out to me. The changing of the guard, especially the Belgium squad. That was kind of the golden generation, right? They never came good. The big upsets, man. I think neither one of us picked enough upsets in that first round.
No, we kept
Saudi
it safe.
Arabia, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, Japan beating Argentina and Germany. I mean, who saw that coming? And even Australia. Uh,
Oh, we ain't lost him. We ain't lost him. We ain't lost him, but we'll keep it pushing with this. Or maybe I lost, but man, yeah, this the first round so far. It's been super crazy. People have not understood like how much this could like go like to a bad Richter with this, and we like B said, he back. All right, we back. Go ahead. Continue, man. I was trying to keep the people involved.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you heard the last thing that I
Yeah,
called
go
out,
ahead.
but the last one was really Australia. They beaten Tunisia and beaten Denmark. Advancing. Nobody saw the Socceroos really, kind of doing their thing, and so those were the three. I don't know if you heard me. Did you hear me on Japan and Argentina? Japan
Yeah.
beating
Australia's the
Argentina
last
and
part. I
Germany.
saw that. Off of it.
Okay, so yeah, those were my big takeaways in the first round.
Yeah, I mean,
What about you?
Australia made it out the first round in ever in their country's history.
Right.
The Kiwis.
Right.
So it's interesting, man. If we look at it overall, I wonder if we'll look at this as more not necessarily changing the guard, but I'm looking at this World Cup as more of a thing of man, everybody is real tight when it comes to the amount of talent. You know what I mean? Like tight amount of talent.
Right.
Like there's not back in the day, back when we watched World Cup, when we was kids, you were like, oh, okay, that they playing Australia. That's an easy dub. Like you had written in W's that you thought that were like written in for you. Now,
Exactly.
like literally, this is a world competition now. Like there is no right in W's anymore.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, the level of skill that has really tightened, and so I mean, it's not like the NCAA tournament where it's based on any kind of seeding any given day. It's more like the NFL than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look at it, like like I looked at today, I was looking at the Brazil Cameroon game before we got on, and I'm like, man, they really are the monsters. They literally Tellez got hurt. They literally didn't even see if he was okay. They literally just wrote. They literally just like they didn't even see if he was okay. He just walked on the sideline and he looked up and he was being subbed out. Like it was no concern of his health or like we need to keep him in. No, we good. We good to go.
Next man up, man. They double triple loaded out there. Yeah, Brazil definitely.
So before we get into the more of the discussion, more of the group stage and our predictions, how do you feel about the U.S. and their performance so far? I mean, we're both United States residents.
Yeah, man. I mean, anytime the U.S. advances, it's huge for them. It hasn't been very pretty. I mean, I don't think they're doing the beautiful game necessarily, but they're getting results, man. I mean, hey, advancing out of that group is really huge for them, and I didn't see it coming, honestly. So it's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, they played way. I mean, and low key, they should have won the group. Low key, they should have won the group.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I will say this is that we got to start giving Tyler Adams them roses, like for real. Like I know
uh,
Pulisic got the goal. It's on the, but if you watch that game, he was on both sides of the field. He reminds me of this player on my daughter's team that literally runs literally the whole field. She runs. She's playing defense, is stealing it from you, and she's setting up assists and attacking as well. And
yeah,
he
it's
did
hard
that.
to. Definitely he had his fingerprint all over the game, the heartbeat of the team. No, so I totally agree with you, man. He's the blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah.
So Captain America is down right now. I mean, with is it, a abdominal strain or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like he's gonna play, man. I mean, I think you almost have to, you know.
Because you're not gonna play Rainer, right? You obviously shown
They they do not like playing Reina for some reason, man. What is up with that? What's the real story there? Have you heard
I don't know.
anything?
Did you see the Winalda thing where he got on Twitter Spaces
No.
saying that Buckhalter made him try to lie about his injury because he didn't want to? It's a big mess, man.
Oh wow, no, I got to
So
check that
Winalda got on
out.
Twitter Spaces, like, and said
Okay.
that I talked to his dad, Claudio. We're real upset, and I'm like, and then he came back like a couple days later, like, oh no, that kind of was taken out of context. So I don't know what is it. Was it a
Yeah, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It sounds like six of
which
these,
one?
half a
Which
dozen
one
of
was
those.
it? Which one was it?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know which one it was. Um, so I'm interested in seeing this group stage. Let's dive into the group stages, man. Netherlands, USA, first up on the docket, man. 9 a.m. tomorrow. First game out the box.
It's huge, man. Like I said, I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna go against, my conventional wisdom. I'm gonna say the USA pulls this thing
Really,
out
you
some
believe in
way,
this dream is
somehow.
possible?
You gotta have some hopes and
Wow,
dreams,
the
man.
red, blue, and white Kool-Aid is in full effect.
Yeah, they got me going, man. I'm riding this thing. Yeah, I'm
Hey,
riding
no, I ain't going front, man. I'm going with them too, man. That's because I haven't seen Netherlands dominate like they should have in the
Right.
previous group stage. That's the only reason. Now, if they came out and had 9 points in that first group stage, then I'd have been like, cancel Christmas.
Yeah. I feel like the door is cracked, man. I mean, you need a little bit of luck, you need a couple of good bounces, but I mean, I think it's there. It's there.
Yeah, I mean, and look, I mean, that it's gonna be one. Like it's gotta have they gotta go out and score 2 on their ass early just to put a foot. If they can do something like 2 just to put the foot on their neck. But if it gets down where it's 1-0 late, I could just see some Gakpo, Memphis Depay, some what's my other boy from Barcelona that I was supposed to come to Man U, some De Jong stuff coming out similar to 2014.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you. If we get past the 75th minute and it's any kind of tied situation or 0-0 situation, then the edge goes to the Netherlands because I think they have just more players with like that little bit of magic, that little bit of class that'll pull something out and they'll take it. But yeah, if we get on the board early, especially 1-2 goals in the first half, I think then the tables really turn in our favor.
All right, next up, man. Let me pull it up. Got it here though.
Should be Argentina,
which would be our next round. Argentina, Australia. This is like 1 versus 16 in NCAA tournament. Like you won your conference tournament, you got here. That's the happiness about this. There's no way Messi loses this game. No way.
Oh,
not after Saudi Arabia. Now this could be a potential upset if they tied Saudi Arabia and they came back and they tied and it was like, okay, they're ready for everything.
Typically I would agree with where you're going, but my thing is Saudi Arabia that much better than Australia? I think they're probably on par. So if the Saudis could do it, the Australians
they should have won 5-1. They had like 4 or 5 offsides that were close. That was an anomaly.
It was. I'm gonna go with you though. I'm gonna go Argentina. Yeah, definitely Argentina.
All right, France, Poland. Can Lewandowski pull the rabbit out the hat?
Nah, not in my book, man. I think he's another one that's getting long in the tooth. I think the glory days are behind him.
If this is 26 Lewandowski, it might be a chance.
There you go. Might be a chance, but man, those French boys are deep. They're another squad that's loaded. I think they got plenty of people that'll do the business. Yeah.
All right, I'm going with you with France as well with that. England, Senegal. This is one of the most interesting matchups right here to me.
Ooh. Oh man, yeah.
I feel the West African slave trade could be involved here. And this is the real kicker. If they could beat them without Mane,
Dude, that'd be huge.
or does Mane show back up because he's still on the roster? Now that's conspiracy. I mean,
yeah, you taking a real long shot on him
I'm just taking a
showing
long
up,
shot.
man.
But I'm just saying, if Senegal could pull this off,
I think the English buckle down and take it.
You think
I
so?
think they do. Yeah,
think
Premier
Southgate
League
gets
talent
somewhere
will
ahead of itself?
outshine. Yeah,
I'm going with you.
Next World Cup though, next World Cup in this kind of scenario, I will go with the African club. Talking about closing the gap, I think the African nations are doing the same thing.
All right. Next up, Japan, Croatia.
It's
another interesting one, man.
It is, and I'm going with the Japanese on this one, man. They made me a believer. I'm a believer. Man. Yeah, absolutely. After beating Argentina and Germany,
I like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to think Modric, all them a little bit older, like you said, longer in the tooth. Those players
changing of the
just
guard
went to the finals are a little bit more longer in the tooth. They're in their 30s, mid-30s. That Japanese squad is young too.
Young, talented, drilled. You can see,
and they play well. And now we go back to that U.S.-Japan friendly a couple of months ago, and you see how very trained they were. And like now you see like, oh, that wasn't like no games. That wasn't like no fluke.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see a well drilled team. You just see how comfortable they are in tight spaces, one touch in tight spaces. That's the difference in class. And so I think they're going to do it.
All right, yeah, I'm with you in Japan with that, man. Brazil, South Korea.
Ooh, the South Koreans are similar to the Japanese when you kind of watch them.
Yeah, but they're going up against the Monstars.
Yeah, they going up. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. I don't think
Look, and I know it's a great story, man. It's a great story. Now, if it was Uruguay, I think it could be a little bit more spicier if Uruguay would have went through over South, because that's a little bit more continental. It'd have been a lot more spicier. Suarez in there might spit on some people. We don't know what can happen.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah. I mean, would he bit somebody? Wasn't 2010, right?
That sounds about right. Yeah. No, and he was crying like a baby. You saw that?
Oh yeah, it's his last one. Him, Cavani. That's another change of guard once again.
It really is. Yeah, that's the
only
thing.
What only young player they have is with Nunez, right? I'm assuming. I think, right?
They got another one, but it's a pretty.
I'm talking about, like, most of those guys are 34 or 35. This is
last World Cup. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Morocco, Spain. Wow, the battle for the Mediterranean.
Yeah, and I think the Spanish walk away with it again. You know what I mean?
Really? Look, them Moroccan boys, and look.
Yeah, but the Spanish are so deep. I mean, Morata came off the bench and scored 2 big goals, you know what I mean, and looked dangerous out of nowhere. Talking about just roll him off the bench, and I mean, he's doing the business.
They got a couple. Pedri. They got a couple of guys that are just, like you said, shake them up. Yeah, and they're all young too. This is potential Brazil Monstars team, and the cup coming up in the U.S. coming up soon. I mean, looking at their talent and young level of them.
Yeah. When you look at the age groups, you can tell like that the next Spanish generation is right there again.
So you don't see Ziyech and Hakimi on that side coming together.
They're dangerous, but just not enough consistency for me. Things could go well, but things are more likely to go wrong. You know what I mean?
All right. Portugal, Switzerland.
This is a toss-up. I'm curious where you're going to go here. With your boy Ronaldo, I know. Your Manchester United connection.
Well, no, I mean, the future Manchester United with João Felix. We'll swap out one Portuguese player for another. That's a whole other episode of the show. Right. Swiss are like a Japanese squad for Europe. They're like super sound, like running together. They didn't have my boy Mbabu though on that defensive back. I don't know how that happened. Where he wasn't there. He was a stalwart for them as their one of their wingers. But I'm gonna go with Portugal, man. This is all set up for the potential Messi Ronaldo final. And this is the first. Either it's a Messi Ronaldo final or a Messi Argentina final. I mean, a Messi Brazil final. That's the only way this is gonna make this bread.
No. You've been talking about this pathway, from the very beginning, and I think that you're right. Another thing that I like about it is the body language of Ronaldo. He's not sulking, he's not pointing a whole lot of fingers. He looks engaged. He looks like he's actually being that older leader, for the team. And so
Because
yeah,
he's thinking
I'm gonna go with the
$300 million
Portuguese.
from some random Saudi Arabian squad right now.
They talking about it.
Yeah,
They talking
then
about it.
this would be amazing. This would be like, what was this movie, Mr. Baseball, where Tom Selleck goes to Japan and gets a
Yeah,
whole bunch of bread, like for just no reason, like just because he was long in the tooth in his league.
over the hill, but he had a name.
Yeah, he had a
Exactly.
name. This is Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia. You basically make Mr. Soccer and just put Ronaldo
Hey,
on the cover.
that I can see it, man. He loves money.
Yeah, he loves the money. So overall, what is let's recap our projections and picks. Is it still Brazil for you to win this whole thing?
Yeah, by far still the Brazilians, man. I don't
Even though they
think
lost to
anybody's.
Cameroon today?
Oh, okay. I didn't see the final score there.
It
Yeah,
was
that
a
doesn't
late
mean.
header, a late
Oh,
header.
okay. No. That means nothing. I think them boys are. These boys are gonna
Right.
take
They
it to
already
another
won the
level.
group. It didn't even matter.
Yeah, yeah. No. They were on cruise control.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm still
So
with the
Brazil
Brazilians,
still
man. Samba. Mhm.
Brazil. So what is the US's peak potentially in this tournament as we roll out?
If they some kind of way, man, beat the Netherlands,
I mean, they
I
got
think
Messi the
that,
next round.
yeah, for them, if they are able to win this next game, it's a huge accomplishment, for the country, for what they've been trying to build towards. This will be a building block, and so yeah, sky's the limit, man. I really got my fingers crossed for these boys. What you thinking?
Yeah, I think that there's no way in hell if they beat Messi in them. But
Oh
if they
yeah.
did, that is the beginning of World War III. Like that is literally
Mm.
like I know people think the Russia-Ukraine war, they think all these other different things. No, if the US beat Messi and got to the semifinal. Do you know how many 10-gallon hats you would see with the USNT on it?
I think you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself, but
No, oh
it's
no, I'm
good to
saying that
dream.
people would be just belligerent
Yeah.
in the
Oh
US.
yeah. I think the country will go to another level of support if that were to some way happen.
I mean, do
I
you
just don't see
see
it.
a 4 years now from a kid that's 14 becoming like, you know what? I'm gonna switch. I saw they beat Messi. Maybe I was gonna go play football in middle school. Now I'm gonna stay in soccer because of Messi. You think that literally could be a changing if they beat Netherlands and beat Argentina. Literally, it could change the perspective of everything.
I really could. And we talk about, of those athletes coming, what's it going to take to open their eyes and take them away from some of these U.S. sports, put them back into the soccer focus. That's the kind of huge win, the changing of the guard. Could you just imagine the media, the propaganda, all the things that are going to be sold out of this if something like that were to happen. So yeah, absolutely, man. I think that's when you really see some significant change. It takes that kind of fireworks sort of moment, and that would be it.
Yeah, no, that's real, man. Well, man, thank y'all for checking us out on Just Kicking It. We just jumped in with this live. I don't know most people gonna hear this on the audio or hear the playback, but we just was like, man, let's just try it live and see. We got 2 people in here. Hey, shout out to the
Hey,
2 people that came through the
what's
live joint.
good?
Look, hey, look, that's what's up. Hey, look,
Hey,
and we didn't plan this. So it's not like we promoted it. We just
no.
jumped on. So, and we
Yeah, and you got to
appreciate
crawl
everybody.
before you
Like,
walk. So yeah, we appreciate everybody pulling up and man, eyes
yeah,
on the
we appreciate the
tube.
people pulling up and audio people. Jump on and come and see us on the YouTube page. We made this jump on live randomly here and there. So, man, we'll see y'all soon. Peace.